What you want? What you want? Come on.
Holy cow, Batman. Like, wow. Hey, Scorpion72, welcome back to Like TCLs, and this is a review of the Batman video game box set. Like, it's just the ultimate box set. So basically what DC Collectibles has done is basically put every Batman from every Batman video game in this one box set. And not only did they do that, they also added a Bruce Wayne in a suit in this box set. So yeah, talk about I'm Batman of every video game. This is it. So we're going to take a quick look at this box set. Looks like it comes with a bunch of accessories, changeable hands for mainly looks like Bruce Wayne. But all in all, it's a really cool set, and yeah, we're gonna dive right into it. If you have any of these Batman figures, I'm pretty sure, like I'm just quickly saying, the articulation seems to be like it's going to be the same, maybe just highlights in the paint and stuff like that. Basically, the back has the symbols and of all the video games that came up from this, based on the Batman. I guess Arkham video. I guess you just call it Arkham video game lineup, because basically all of them have the Arkham title at the first, or name at the first before the game begins. They have Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, Arkham City, Arkham Knight type thing, and that's all you see. It says there collects them all and shows you all their symbols for each and every one of the games. But on each side it does show you the different types of figures. So on this side basically tells you these two figures were done by Gentle Giants Studios, and it's Arkham Origins Batman and Arkham Knight Batman. And this is a studio, a company that sculpted and designed these figures in toy form. And here on the other side it shows you the other figures that were done. So Arkham Asylum Batman and Arkham City Batman were done by Dave Cortez. And the other one was the Arkham City Bruce Wayne was sculpted by Chris Delberg, which I believe that name sounds familiar. I believe he's one of the former Four Horsemen, so he's the one that sculpted the Bruce Wayne figure. Alright, let's check out the figures inside, of course, and see what's all about. But basically, I think it's the same batch of figures, but yeah, let's take a look. Two little things I want to point out when I was taking this out. I noticed that, number one, for you, those customizers, diorama people, it's a nice picture of the city here, so you might want to keep this backdrop here if you want to add onto your shelf. You have the room for it or something else. It's got a nice little silhouette of Gotham City. And the other thing is, so check out, you can actually see the different length of the capes and stuff like that, the figures from left to right. So this is like Arkham Asylum Batman, Arkham Origins Batman, obviously it's Bruce Wayne. We have Arkham City Batman and Arkham Knight Batman. You can kind of see like the different lengths of the capes and how the shapes and stuff has evolved or changed throughout each and every of the video game. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the first figure here, and we have the Arkham Asylum Batman. So basically, if you have this Batman, which is the first Batman that originated from the video games, he has the same articulation. What do you call it there, the back, like little fins here kind of bent. But other than that, the difference between the first one you guys got and this one is that this one's made with new plastics. Well, basically, it's not the clear plastic, so it's a lot more sturdy. His head's on a ball joint. Of course, there's no waist articulation, no ab articulation, nothing like that, because he is the first one. He has a swivel at the gauntlets, single joints at the elbows. He has single articulation at the legs or the upper hips, and he has single joints at the knees, and as well he has articulation at the boot, so it swings back and forth, and there's no ankle articulation because he's based on the first figure. He was very limited articulation because they could not predict it, which is understandable. Could not predict it how long or how fast this line would have went. So the problematic thing is here with me and this whole set is that they don't really specify which weapons they come with. So those of you who've been collecting this along the way and throughout the whole video game process or the Arkham games know which weapons came with who at that time. So the weapons that I figured that he came with that I do remember based off memory is this grappling hook gun, and it does not separate. It's done in a completely solid blue right here, so it's completely solid, no separation here. I guess it fits into this hand here, so he does grip that really well, and as you can see he holds it very, very well. Now the other accessory he does come with is I can't remember. I do remember playing the video game at the first one, but you're talking about like a few years ago, so I'm not sure what this does. I know it does swivel open, so all you have to do is take this little thing here and it kind of swivels open like that, and that can fit in his other hand if you wish it to, or the same hand that he has his grappling gun in. So, and it's kind of stiff at first, seeing how it's new, but once you get it in there you go. So again, I think it's a decoder thing. I know you use a lot of decoders when you have to open up doors and stuff like that. You have to get the code and swirl around your PlayStation controller. So that's what I'm figuring it is. So the paint job and everything is really crisp, very, very clear. It's sharp. They really improved the paint. They have the two-tone cape here going on. So basically you have the cowl, which is blue, but the cape is black. So even though he's in his blue and gray type outfit thing, the cape is black. I do slightly remember that being how it was in the video game, so I'm guessing it's video game accurate. Those of you who still prominently play this game will know more than maybe a bit me, but I do like it. I like the shape of this one. I like the way every time they have the cape that's curled down. It's really pliable plastic. You can see the sculpting at the back of the belt and everything. So I'm just giving you a quick look at a figure that's already been released, but now is with more of a solid plastic feel, so you don't have that worry of actually turn them this way, turn them that way, and figuring that these joints might get loose. So here we have the Arkham Origins Batman. So basically it's the same figure as I mentioned. Plastics are updated. It comes with a ball joint. His arms can go actually outwards this time compared to the other one. His articulation and elbow with his swivel and both elbows. He has a waist articulation and an ab crunch. He has leg articulation. His legs can't go as far up as the original Batman Arkham Asylum figure. He has double jointed knees compared to the first Arkham Asylum figure. And he has rocker at the ankles. So, ouch. She caught me. So this figure it seems to be the same figure as the one that was released, but like I said, the paints are more vibrant. Everything seems more updated. The cape, you have black hair, gray hair, and then you have the cape black hair again. It's very soft, pliable plastic, sculpting at the back, just like all the other Batmans. He comes with a batarang and stuff. I seen it on the packaging as you saw just now that it was on the side. The only problematic thing is that he doesn't come with extra hands to actually swap out to hold it. So this is the batarang he supposedly comes with, and I like this batarang because it actually opens. So I'm not sure it's that the techno batarang that that in the games that he guides to where he has to hit the pinpoint where he needs to go to, but it's really cool. But I love it that it can kind of like fold into itself like this and open up. The only problem is this Batman cannot hold any weapons because he doesn't come with any extra hands or anything like that, so he kind of lucks out. Here we have Bruce Wayne. Now this is a figure that I'm sure most of you people are getting the set for. Is basically for the Bruce Wayne figure. They did have a Bruce Wayne face on one of the other Batman figures, Arkham City figures, where he was ill, so that's the only way you got the Bruce Wayne face. But this one now he's in a suit, so it seems that they're using the buck or the suit of another figure. I can't pinpoint who it was. Maybe I think it looks like an early Harley Dent figure rather than one of the Red Hood figures, which is kind of too bad because it lacks an articulation. That's the only thing about this Bruce Wayne figure that I have to grab about, is that the articulation that should have been with this figure, seeing how he's kind of like, I think he's the main selling point of this 5-pack along with the other Batmans. It would have helped if he got more articulation into him. What I mean is that his head's on a ball joint, which is fine, goes left and right. His arms, single motor arms, goes up and down, and it looks kind of weird, like he's like this, like he's like, hey, give me a hug. Elbow is same thing, single joint, no swivel whatsoever. Hands swivel, no other ankle or wrist articulation other than the swivel in his hands. Legs can go out as far as this, so he can barely even like sit in a chair or something like that. And the reason why he can barely even sit in a chair makes it even more problematic is that he has no knee articulation. So even if you got him in a nice chair and stuff, which would have been nice, having in a business office for you, those of you who have dioramas and stuff, he's got to have his feet sticking out, so hopefully it's underneath the desk and it's not too bad, because he should have really had knee articulation. I don't know why they skipped out on that, and ankle articulation. So it's like long story short, he's got like 5 points articulation. He does have a waist twist, but yeah, he's almost like at the 5-6 point of articulation, which is a shame because it would have been nice if they at least added at least. I understand, like due to cost, maybe they couldn't do it, but all the Batmans are basically repeat, so they're all kind of like paying for themselves. So it would have been nice if they gave him a little more articulation, especially in the knees. The knees would have been really nice if he at least had that. All in all, he does come with changeable hands, so even though his hands can hold pretty much any Batman weapon, him holding any Batman weapon where it's like, say, I don't know, a grappling gun, or say a batarang, kinda might give him away that he's Batman, so I understand that. So, but it's cool in case you want to have him like that. So he comes with two, we first presented with 2 open hands, and then he comes with 2 fist hands, because in the video game, in the first part of Arkham City, he does have to fight his way through a mob and stuff, even after he encounters the Penguin. So you just pop out the hands like this. It comes out very easily, and then you pop in his fist hands. And there you go. So now you have an angry Bruce Wayne campaigning for more security for Arkham or whatever. And it's like, hey, let's stop this. And then after, of course, you know, you can have him like, you know, if he's punching his way out of the goons and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's nice we got Bruce Wayne in a suit. It's really well tailored. The sculpting is really well done. The lines and everything match up. You have the little like no Arkham here pin on his chest. So I do like it. It does look like Bruce Wayne and stuff. So it's a really great bonus. Really cool to add and have on your shelf a Bruce Wayne based from the video game. So let's go and look at the other figures that we have here. We got 2 more to go. So now we're going to take a look at Batman, and I believe this is the Arkham City Batman. So the Arkham City Batman, those of you who got them, pretty much the same figure, just little highlights in the paint and everything, same sculpt. He's on a ball joint. Shoulders are also on a ball joint, go up and down. His articulation, you got a single articulation in the elbow. Swivel at the gauntlets, the big heavy gauntlets that protect him. And he doesn't want to swivel at the gauntlets are actually, the whole gauntlets onto his hands are pretty much the same sculpt. So wherever that swivels, his hand swivels. He has no swivel at the waist, seeing how in the early versions of these figures they didn't really put much articulation because they figured, like, you know, video game figure, they really, like I just said, they didn't know how far this game was going to go, how popular it would have been. And it's kind of hard to tell the future with these type of things. You just don't know. And I'm glad it went as far as it did, but wow, man. You just don't know sometimes. Single articulation at the legs here. It can go pretty high up, so you can actually get him in a sitting pose, and he has articulation at the knee. So there you go, to prove my sitting pose thing, and articulation at the boot. And that's pretty much about it for his articulation here, because no ankle articulation. So seeing how he's basically the second Batman out of the Arkham Asylum figure, he's Arkham City Batman. So there wasn't much articulation until DC Collectibles started adding more articulation when Batman Arkham Origins came out, and then of course Arkham Knight. Now, I'm not sure which weapons go with which for him, because this kind of weapon came, I believe this belongs to the Arkham Knight series, so I'm going to leave that there and say that, okay, he came with the Batarang, or maybe he's supposed to come with a fold-out Batarang. That's the only thing. Like I said before, those of you who've been collecting these figures for out the series will know which weapons he came with which, but hey, you get a whole batch of extras. He only has one hand that you can hold it in anyway, and that would be his left hand, and it doesn't really hold that well. It's kind of, as you can see, it fell out. So it's kind of loose. But all in all, I'm sure you can make it work. Even if let's throw that over there on that side. And here we go, we have the fold out one. And it seems like the fold out one works a lot better and looks a lot better. I love the glossiness of this Batarang though, by the way, I must mention that. It really looks like it's a sharp type of metallic kind of weapon. So it's really cool. So now we're on to the last Batman of this 5-pack. Alright, so here we have the Arkham Knight Batman, last Batman of this 5-pack. Basically, he's really new, brand new. He just basically came out like a few months ago prior to the game. No spoilers will be said here, but by now you guys should play the game and know what's going on. But I won't say any here, just in case, just in case. So this Batman articulation is the same. He has articulated head. It's kind of stiff, this one, so it's on a ball joint. It's kind of stiff. Shoulders go up and down. And shoulder pads follow that. He has double jointed elbows. He has swivel at the biceps also. He has swivel at let's see. He swivel at the wrist. It's really tight, which is it's good in one way because it's solid, and the other way it's like, okay, I kind of struggle a bit with it, but I'd rather that than have it fall apart. At crunch, swivel at the waist. He can pretty much do the splits. He's got that ball joint in his thigh. He can go in sitting upright pose, not too high up. And he has the double jointed knees, as well as the rocker ankles. So, this Batman is basically the same Batman that just came out not too long ago, just with a more solid plastic. I'm not sure if the Batman that came out during the time the video game came out is when they changed their plastics on their figures. Only you guys, I have no problems with mine. This one, it's not a problem. Like I said, the paint's kind of vibrant. I find it's a little darker than usual on the chest, but it could be due to the game, plus the fact that they come out with another Batman, which is more like battle damage later on down this year, if you haven't heard, so you might want to keep a lookout for that. Cape's very pliable, just like the other Batman. There you go, you see how the detail. Now, he comes with two, well, I guess in these is two accessories only because I got this Batman. One of them is the double grappling gun or bolo gun, and that can fit in this hand. It does not come with changeable hands like the original Batman the single series comes with. So if you want that Batman, you want that Batman with the extra changeable hands, you have to pick them up. It should still be available at retail shops and local comic book stores. The other thing is that I find Batman came off with, actually this came with Harley Quinn in the single pack series, which is like, I think it's the foams, the C4 type foam that he sprays on before he blows up a wall or something, and that can fit in either hand. We're gonna put it in his left hand for now. So we have two weapons and stuff that can fit in his hand. Also, it can fit in Bruce Wayne's hand if you wanted to. And that's pretty much that's pretty much it, man. It's a really good gift pack for somebody who doesn't have these figures yet, but who really loves playing the game. So I'm going to just do a quick wrap up of all this. So if you're a fan of the Batman, Arkham games and stuff, this is a really great set. If you know somebody who really into the games that haven't got around to getting the figures and they like the Batman stuff, this is a really great gift to give now, or even just buy now and keep until Christmas. I highly recommend it. The plastic is far superior to the originals. The quality and everything, articulation, it's pretty much the same, but as again, the paint job is really well done, vibrant, updated a little bit. The only thing is I wish that Bruce Wayne here had a lot more articulation than he does, but just for Bruce Wayne itself, it's really worth it. And also just to have all the other Batman figures, so on to pay those high prices on the secondary market just to get that one figure that you might want. You can get it right here in the 5-pack for one solid price. See, it is pricey, but you gotta look at the value, what you're really getting, and you're basically getting all the Batmans from all the video games, plus you're getting Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne you can only get in this 5-pack. Another thing I noticed is that its head is bigger than all the Batman's heads, so it's kind of like odd to think that, okay, kind of weird to think that he's actually underneath that mask. That's a little, I think that's a little nitpick of mine, or maybe it's a little flaw of theirs that, you know, they didn't match it up to all the Batmans to really be more realistic to believe that his head can actually be underneath any of those cows right there. All in all, DC Collectibles did a great job. It's nice that they gave us this opportunity to get all the Batmans in one shot along with Bruce Wayne, and I'm sure this would be a hot seller between now and even Christmas. So I wouldn't pass them up. Should be available at online retailers as well as comic shops, and if not, then maybe you could still kind of order him, because I'm sure this will be a hot ticket item and something well worth to add to your collection, especially if you're a fan of the whole video game genre from the beginning. It's something you don't want to miss out on. So Scorpion 72, telling you to enjoy your toys, keep playing, and just there's not much more I can say than that, man. This is just a great set, and I just love that it is this whole Batman thing right here. It's just really, really nice, really cool. Alright then, thanks for watching, take care, and keep playing. Yeah, you know I gotta do the point. Yeah. Ciao.